The next step in pushing past procrastination is self-deadlines and small wins. You can keep up the pace by setting your own deadlines and make sure you celebrate all successes, big and small. This is what helps drive you forward. The key to next level action planning is setting yourself gradual deadlines in each step of your action plan to make sure that you reach your goals before they're actually due. Whether it's finishing a book in class or finishing a part of a group project, doesn't matter. As long as you set yourself achievable, smaller deadlines all before the real one set by your professor, hey, you're going to be good. You're going to be just fine. And then when you meet your self deadlines, make sure to reward yourself and celebrate, even those little mini deadlines along the way. You can train yourself to achieve your goals while celebrating your success. It keeps up your confidence and boosts your quality of life because everybody loves a little treat. But really, when you deserve a little treat, that treat is just sweeter. Next, you need to forgive yourself and let it go. This is also in our growth mindset presentation, but it's so important that it has a role in a lot of different aspects we try and teach you for your collegiate well-being. Research shows that when you forgive yourself of past academic sins and procrastination, you're more likely to achieve your goals and grow sooner rather than later. So forgive yourself and move on. Our past habits don't have to define who we are right now, provided that we take that step to change them today. So breathe in, breathe out, and let yourself be the person and student that you're working so hard to be, making all those sacrifices to be. You're here and you're in the now, so just keep trucking. And let it go. Perfectionism and procrastination go hand in hand. We cannot juggle everything on our plates. That's just the reality. So be realistic when you set those action plans and take out things that are just sprinkled on top that you think you can do because they sound fun or they relate to something you're passionate about, but that you just don't have time to complete while being a successful student and a successful worker if you work. So let go of the things you don't really need, let everything else fall into place. And remember that you're in it to win it together. Accountability partners are some of the best anti-procrastination supporters we have because misery loves company. Yes, we like to be sad together, we like to be depressed and angry together, but you know what? We also like to work hard together. Keep on track by working with a friend to stay on task, or just have them send you helpful reminders to make sure you're on task. It's a lot easier when you ask a friend to help keep you accountable than when someone in a role of authority tries to keep you accountable, because then you kind of maybe get a little bit of a stubborn streak if you're like me and want to rebel and not do what you're supposed to. But anyway, you can also try something called body doubling. Hey, humans are social creatures, and we like to follow the suit of others. So grab a study buddy and find a place to work on what you've got going on. That could be, you could have statistics and maybe they have art history. Or maybe you're working on a volunteer project and they're submitting internship applications. No matter what you've got on, as long as you work together and you work diligently together, you're both more likely to get what you need done and get to hang out with someone you like. And also, remember to be environmentally friendly. And I don't mean to recycle. I mean to respect the environment around you when you study and work on your school things. Because oftentimes our physical space affects our headspace. Be sure to find the best environment to get in the study zone. Academic spaces like body doubling can benefit you from getting you in that academic-y sort of like, I'm a student, I'm at college, it's time to work sort of headspace. Maybe you're someone who likes creature comforts. You like a cozy blanket. You want to be wearing your slippers and somewhere with moody lighting. Hey, but maybe you're solitary. Maybe you're social. Maybe you need to be completely alone in an isolated study room, which we've got those here in the library. Or you're social. Maybe you need to be at a coffee house because you need the white noise of people talking around you. Whatever works for you, lean into it. Steer into the skid because you'll get the most done if you know yourself, you know how you work. But just be careful. Don't study in bed. Even if you need a cozy blanket and your slippers, Your bed is your sanctuary for sleep, and you don't want to confuse that in your head. And then apples and oranges. Ever heard the saying, hey man, it's apples and oranges? It means you can't compare things because they're too different. Well, likewise, while it's good to keep ourselves accountable with accountability partners, never compare yourself when it comes to how you work and how well you work and when you work, because everybody has a different plate. Remember, all of our plates are full. We're all stressed out, but everyone has a different situation. We all struggle. But comparing our stresses and deadlines with what someone else has will only add to your own plate and add to your stress, and no good can come of it. It will support your mental health if you avoid comparison, because feelings of inadequacy come from that comparison, and you are more likely to give up if you feel like you're not as good as someone else. And that just feeds right into that negative self-talk loop all over again. And then finally, drive yourself, right? Focus on what motivates you. Sometimes it can be tough to keep motivated in classes we don't like, or when we're doing something that's just really difficult. But keeping our eyes on the prize helps a lot. And then ground yourself with the benefits. When the going gets tough, especially mid-semester, keep up your drive by focusing on the benefits of why you're doing what you're doing. Why is it that you're here? Why are you at UT Tyler? Why are you in college? Why are you in the major you are? Why are you taking this class? It could be as simple as because it fulfills the core requirement, or because it's the class that made you choose the major. For me, when I was here at UT Tyler and studying art history, it was that sweet, sweet medieval art and architecture. That might not be your cup of tea necessarily, but hey, that's what I knew I wanted to do. And then balance your hauls. Focusing too much on the benefits of our long haul, right, with this driving metaphor I apparently have going, that puts more and more distance between the here and now and that benefit. It's good to always keep our eyes on the long haul prize, right? The degree or the job or whatever. But if we don't focus enough on the short-term benefits of what we're doing, like completing the core or getting through the test, we may not get there in time, right? It's all about those little gradual steps that get us there. But then conversely, when we focus too much on the short term, we lose sight of what we're doing and we lose sight of what grounds us. So it's all about balancing those short-term hauls and those long-term hauls when you're driving, and you're bearing the loads of the stress of college. So remember, it's okay. We're all procrastinators in some form or fashion, and we'll get through it. Okay? If you need help, just ask.